Hello, everyone. Well, it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, and I was actually going through my normal routine of stretches, yoga, and meditation this morning, and I received um, this download of wrapping up the year end. And starting out with just thanking you for each of you that have taken the time to watch these videos and take the time to respond and provide really amazing feedback. And I'd also like to thank each and every one of you that has blessed my life this year and the past few years. We've been building, different levels of relationships, and I just want to conclude this year in wishing you each, hope you had a very Merry Christmas and all the best, good health, wealth, prosperity, whatever it is that you're seeking for 2020, this new decade. So thank you. And so for this video, I'm going to do my best to keep this as short as possible. And, I did make a list of the different things that I want to touch upon, once again, which were downloads. So basically, I'd like to start out with, for this video, it's going to be geared around year end. We're coming, to the ending of, 2019 and going into this new decade. For myself, I'm actually going to be finishing my 30s and transitioning into, my 40th year, believe it or not, on December 31st. So excited about that. And I really truly feel that this is going to be a remarkable year, not only for myself, but I'd say for a lot of people that I'm connected to. I'm really starting to feel the energies and the people that are in my life. And I've been hearing the same thing and having the same conversations of how this new decade is going to bring in a lot of transformation on many different levels. So that's part of what I want to share with you, as well as some new big changes that you'll be fully aware of through the videos that I share with you. So I'd like to start out with, who is Maria? Who is Maria? So this is something I've kind of touched upon with the videos that I've been sharing, but now it's time for me to truly, I guess you could say, come out of the closet. um, the area that I'm really focusing on, so who is Maria? Many of you know me as, as the consultant, as, Maria, the loved one, the compassionate person, the happy-go-lucky CEO of Elite Property Investments. So for those that were connected on a business level, the thing I want to share with you, and this is the thing that I have kind of kept on the wayside because, and solely not because of fear of anything, more so I didn't really know myself. So who is Maria? So basically, I like to share, the part of you that I like to share is that Maria, I am an empath. I am an intuitive advisor. And these are skills that I have been really honing in on this past year. I haven't really shared, I've shared some of this with many of you that I'm connected to on a more personal level, and have shared a lot of the gifts that I've been able to help you through your journeys through this means. Without going into detail, Google is a good friend of many of yours. So as an empath, as an intuitive guide, it's something that I've had, been in touch with all my life. I just didn't really embrace it, nor did I really understand it. And it's been the skills that I've learned this year through my spiritual coaches and the people on my power team that have allowed me on the theory and the practical aspect to really embrace what it is and who I truly am and what separates our company and separates me as a mentor, as a coach, a guide, whatever label um, you want to label me as. The best way for me to really hone in on a linguistic level on who I am, or a title per se, would be is I am an energy translator, guide, and a connector. And I do this instinctively. I do this on an empathic level, and I do this on, you'll hear me use words of downloads. These are how I receive these messages through my higher self and the energies that surround each and every one of us. And I've been able to translate them in a way that people could understand and receive healing from that, or receive motivation, or whatever it is that they are in need of, that they might not even be aware of. And through my journey, which has led me to this point, just to kind of sum up, which I've already shared, from working for the DSBN and leaving my day job and transitioning and investing in myself and all the businesses that I have built and created to this point, starting out in the health and wellness industry, which has actually been a hobby of mine since I was a child. Physical health, mental health, but really focusing on the physical body as opposed to the psychological and the internal, mindset stuff. From there, that's when I transitioned into Maria Esposito International, which, once again, this was the area of training. I am a board designated training within the hypnotherapy. So I'm a trainer in hypnotherapy, a trainer in neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP. I am a master practitioner in timeline therapy, and I'm also a master coach. I am also a board designated, part of two boards, then actually three boards. I'm part of, two boards, which are the American Board of Hypnotherapy, the American Board of Neurolinguistic Programming, and the Timeline Therapy Associations. Now, for those that are wanting to understand, and looking at credentials, and this was my journey back in 2016. Those trainings allowed me to create Maria Esposito International, which essentially the focus and the vision of that business was one-on-one training, one-on-one work, working with clients on a trauma level. So I was able to work from people that have had high trauma, mediocre trauma, to, and everything in between that, and really allow awareness, release, and strategies and whatnot. But this is not on a conscious, this was at a subconscious or an unconscious level. And that's, as a trainer in hypnotherapy and neurolinguistic programming and being practitioners in those fields, I work holistically on the unconscious levels, working with the root causes to those problems. So when people come in and they have a certain problem per se that they are consciously aware of, we go in together and work together holistically to figure out the root causes and the underlying reasons for those problems, and provide release and different means of intervention to change at a neurological level. From there, I've always had a huge intrigue in I guess you could say, the spiritual side, or the spiritual side. And through the trainings that I went through in 2016 has allowed me to get a better understanding in the theory side of that. And it resonated with me simply because I myself fell under that category. Except at that time, there was a lot of resistance around that and didn't embrace those gifts. And it's been through my own personal development journey that has allowed me today to really embrace the journey on the higher self and the spiritual side, that has allowed me to connect to these gifts that has now blessed my life. And this is where I'm transitioning into being able to help others, which I have been over the years. and now do this through a means of on a bigger level through my trainings that are to come, as well as the bringing back into working one-on-one with clients virtually and in person. So from there, as most of you know, and those that are watching this video know me also as the CEO and the consultant through Elite Property Investments. That is basically my third business that I've built. And many of you know that we have created a really remarkable reputation of being the St. Catharines market specialist, as well as the Niagara region, and reaching out, creating off-market opportunities, being able to consult on many different levels, whether you're familiar with the market or not, creating passive partnerships, which is always an option, and through different means of collaboration with, real estate agent brokerages, creating, opportunities through private, sellers and whatnot. So, and many other, options there as well. So for 2020, and this is the thing that I'm really excited about and what I like to share, and this journey on this new path of truly connecting with myself and being able to bring all these businesses that we've built successfully over the years since 2014, we are now meshing everything together into our next level company. So basically our umbrella company, which will host everything we have built since I transitioned from working my corporate government job into entrepreneurship. We are meshing everything together because like I said, life is about the journey, and this journey has been so remarkable. And I know that each and every one of you that are watching this video has a story, has a journey, and this next level company that is meshing everything that we have been connected through all the businesses that you and I have worked through, we are now meshing together. And this consulting firm is holistically going to be able to cover and service you on all levels, from if it's an area of mindset, which is and I'm using this very loosely and generalized, because working with me isn't some airy fairy, let me listen to some meditation and, it's going to rewire my brain. No, working with me, and I'm saying this in a very loving and full compassion, because that when you're working with me, you're always going to be safe. You're going to be given everything that you're meant to receive in a loving, compassionate way from me. And at the same time, the things that you are avoiding and things you don't want to do, if these are going to unfold through the journey of us working together, you're most likely going to have to do. And this is the process that you're going to have to take working with us on that level. If you're seeking release from a pain point, if you're releasing something, or you're looking for answers, or you're running a strategy that isn't in your best your best interests, or if you're holding on to something that you just want that release from, or you can't seem to elevate and move to that next level, whatever that pain point is, we're going to dig deeper to find out exactly what is holding you back in the now, and why you have created that problem. And working together, we will go through and you'll be able to release yourself from that. So if it's from that area, or all the way to the wealth building aspect of wanting to move up into your wealth, your portfolio of wealth building in the real estate industry, Or if you're an entrepreneur that wants to build a business, you know, in the world of mindset, in the world of real estate investing, whatever that may be, or however that may look for you, our consulting firm will be able to provide you the guidance. And whether that's something that we could do for you, or our power team of affiliate advisors will be able to provide you that information. We are your one-stop place on the areas of wealth building as a whole, whether through entrepreneurship, real estate investing, or even just getting unstuck. This is where our next level business is going to be able to serve you in that way. So with that said, what I am offering for the month of January only, I'm providing 2 bonuses. Now, I've been doing these exploratory sessions. So simply put, the exploratory sessions working one-on-one are you coming with a pain and wanting some release or resolution from that problem. And it's us getting the background information, digging a little bit deeper, figuring out what the root cause of that session. It usually takes about 2 to 3 hours. Our regular price that I've been charging this since Maria Sposino International is $250 plus HST. And like I said, it's about a 2 to 3 hour session on average. For the month, I'll say that for the second bonus, because there's 2 bonuses, I may or may not keep this on for longer than January, but we'll say that it's for the month of January, where I'm giving this exploratory session for $199 plus HST. And like I said, you could have 1,000,001 problems, but it's kind of digging deeper from just coming to me and saying, I want to make more money. Yes, that's a valid thing that you may be a trigger point or a pain point, but how about dig a little bit deeper? Get into the feeling mode of, okay, your problem is you want to make more money in business, or you want to make more money through your career. Now, what is the feeling around that you are feeling that is creating this trigger or this pain point? And it's just getting past the surface story and digging a little bit deeper. If this is foreign to you, that's okay. It could even be just a release from a traumatic event, whether that is, being detached and not having a relationship with your family, which I will tell you this, on an energetic standpoint, relationships are always connected to money. Relationship, money, they're always interconnected. And from my experience of working one-on-ones, they usually have a connection through your root. So for those of you who are familiar with chakras, that is family. So your root is always your foundation, it's your family. So if there's a disconnect over here, there's going to be a disconnect over here. So just to give you that little bit of information, whatever your pain point is, where I'm providing this exploratory session for $199 plus HST. Like I said, it usually runs between 2 to 3 hours. Mind you, I never put a time frame on a journey. That's just what, if it takes 4 hours, it takes 4 hours, and it's still the same price. I never rush a journey because there is always a reason for the process, and however that unfolds, it's still that price. The second bonus I want to give, now this will be something new, I'm also giving a complimentary 30-minute discovery session. Now this session is going to be different because the exploratory session will be working with your unconscious mind and getting some background information, working with you internally and the things that you have repressed. This discovery session will be completely different. For those of you that have embraced the spiritual world, that believe in, say, psychic mediums, and once again, these are all labels people have labeled themselves. This session is going to be different because this is a 30-minute session where I'm actually connecting to your higher self, and I'm connecting to, your spiritual guides in alignment with my spiritual guides. These are messages that I actually receive on a daily basis, when I come in contact with people. But like I said, this has been a journey for me this past year to really hone in and build the skill sets around that. And I'm excited and ready to provide this 30-minute complimentary session of being able to connect at those levels and receive from you and your higher self and your guides on the messages that you're meant to receive. I know I have to say, this is so liberating for me to actually share this with you. And for those of you that resonate with this, by all means, share this page, share this video with your friends, anyone you know that is going through some hardship in their lives. I am here to help guide them. As a guide, that's all I am, is a guide them into where they want to be in a life of abundance, release, good health, wealth, and you name it, whatever it is that is of value to you or to anyone that you know that could use that guidance. I am so blessed and so excited to be able to provide that kind of guidance because I am ready now. Coming out of the closet, and thank you again. Once again, the next video, I'm not going to be sharing much about this new umbrella business that will be launching in the new year. I'm sure that my next video will be revolved around that and give you more specific details on this new company of ours that is going to embrace and encompass everything, to truly guide you through a journey and be excited about that journey and release yourself from the fears of that journey and the fear of the unknowns of what's to come, and be that guide, that energy translator, guide, and trainer connector for you in a way that is going to holistically provide huge abundance in your life. Once again, thank you again for those of you that have stuck around and listened to this whole video, and God bless. And once again, have any questions, you have my very easy to find on social media and websites. So please connect with me, and love you all. Thank you. Happy New Year, and all the best for 2020. Bye.